I want to tell you a quick story about how Washington works. Before 2008, it was open season for the banks. The banks could pretty much do anything they wanted. Putting out mortgages and credit cards that trapped people, that tricked people, that fooled people. And where were the regulators? Boy, they saw none of it. Didn't want to see it, didn't see it. And then in 2008,
what in the world is happening on Wall Street?
The Dow traders are standing there watching in amazement.
It was the worst day since the crash of 1987.
Life, as most Americans know it, is about to change.
Millions of people lost their homes, millions of people lost their jobs, millions lost their savings. And the American people said, no more. We want some tougher rules in place. Now, the banks didn't just roll over and play dead. They didn't say, well, gee, I'm really sorry we caused this crisis. Nope. They spent $1 million a day, every day, lobbying Washington. But we fought back on our side. And at the end of the day, we got some good, strong rules in place. Now, it's 10 years later. The rules have worked. There hasn't been another crash. In fact, the banks are actually making great profits. Even so, that sure doesn't stop the lobbyists. The lobbyists have been fighting these regulations literally since the day the rules were passed. And now Congress is about to give the banks and their lobbyists their fondest wish. So here's what this bill does. It takes about 25 of the 40 largest banks in this country and just moves them off the special watch list and treats them like they were tiny little community banks that just couldn't do any harm to the economy. Those exact same 25 banks that are being taken off the watch list got about $50 billion in taxpayer bailout money during the last crash. You know, it's like clockwork. Things get better and the economy's looking good and the lobbyists flood Congress to say, deregulate, turn these guys loose. And then, like clockwork, the risk starts to build up, things explode, and who's left holding the bag? The American taxpayer. You know, believe me, this place is hearing from all the lobbyists. We need to hear from the American people. Get in touch with your senator, with your representative, and say no, do not roll back big bank regulations.